Hey, everybody. We have a very special Al Franken podcast today, coming to you from Four Seasons Total Landscape here in Philadelphia. And we have something of an exclusive, because with me is Victor Cowan, the Trump campaign attorney who booked Four Seasons Total Landscape for last Saturday's infamous press conference. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Cowan. My pleasure, Al. We on the Trump legal team have been on the receiving end of a lot of scorn and ridicule, but it turns out that booking our press conference here at Four Seasons Total Landscaping was actually a stroke of genius. Well, how so? Al, we are very excited by a development that we think may turn the tide in this whole election. Wow. Yes, wow. Explain. My pleasure, Al. As you can see, right across the street from Four Seasons Total Landscape is the Delaware Valley Cremation Center. And while Mr. Giuliani was holding the press conference, I happened to slip over there and take a look, because I had never been inside a crematorium before. And you discovered something interesting there? Yes, very. It seems that on Wednesday morning, just the day after the election, a Mr. Peter R. Janikowski was cremated at Delaware Valley Cremation Center. And it turns out that Mr. Janikowski had died on Sunday, November 1st, a full 2 days before the election. But, get this, Mr. Janikowski, a lifelong Democrat, had cast an early vote 2 weeks previously. So what you're saying is, that's right, we had concrete evidence that dead people have been casting votes here in Pennsylvania. And believe me, there's a whole lot of crematoriums here throughout the Keystone State. Trump lawyers have been fanning out throughout Pennsylvania, inspecting the logs of crematoriums in Scranton, Altoona, Beaver Falls, 3 in Pittsburgh, including Shalom Cremation and Burial, which we believe almost certainly will be a treasure trove of voter fraud. And do you really think that could make up the 45,000 vote differential here in Pennsylvania? There's really no way of knowing, Al. We'll just have to do a thorough inventory of every crematorium, not just here in Pennsylvania, but in Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. And by all accounts, that will be impossible to accomplish before the December 8th safe harbor deadline. And that means that the state legislatures in those states will have to choose the electors, throwing the election to the rightful winner of the 2020 election, Donald J. Trump. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Cowan. Well, a whole lot of people who have been ridiculing me are going to look pretty silly when President Trump is sworn in for his second term on January 20th. So who's the idiot now, huh? Victor Cowan, Trump election attorney, with something of a Hail Mary pass.